I think that that's true. I've talked to guys, especially like in like the big box evangelical, so the big mega church, where basically I've got young guys who are younger, my age, in their 40s, who are leading and realizing that the previous generation, the guys that they would look to that would normally be the sages that you would sort of consult, hey, I'm running into this, what would they're retired or whatever, that they're still stuck in positive and neutral world and therefore don't have anything really to say. Like that the tactics or the strategies that they suggest, these guys are going, that just clearly is not going to work, right? That's not so. Because it comes down to appeasing more and more radical elements because that's what worked whenever it was neutral world because it wasn't that radical. It was you could be a little more pragmatic. And so I do think there's a certain guys who go, it worked whenever I was a pastor. It worked in the 90s. And so this is what you should do. And you go, it's not the 90s. We're not there. Like that's like faithfulness means you have to recognize where you are, where you live, what time it is. Um, and so I do think that, and then the result is you're going to have that next generation is going to go two different ways. One is they're going to drift with the culture, right? And they're gonna fall into the soft woke sort of stuff, or they're gonna find other models. They're gonna say, okay, the models that we've inherited aren't gonna work. What's the new thing? And I think there's a real need for some older gray-haired guys who go, all right, I may be older, but I'm gonna learn a couple new tricks because the world's different now, and I'm gonna be because I have experience in a lot of ways, and if I can adjust my frame for where we are, there's a real need for younger guys to be able to kind of mine that, um, and have basically in neutral world credibility at the table was the kind of currency. That's what you wanted to collect was credibility in certain people's eyes. Now it's courage, right? Like what's going to actually get you, um, what actually establishes your credibility in neutral world or a negative world among the right cohort is, will you stand up and be counted? Will you dig your heels in? Will you not quit? Will you say the thing out loud that everybody doesn't want said? That's the currency that's actually going to be that, and that's what will draw the right kind of people, rally them.